Hello and welcome. My name's Simon from Premium Quality Air Rifle Accessories, and today I'm just doing another bag and bangs video. I've just purchased a new pistol. I bought it off Gunstar this time. Couldn't resist it. I've never owned a Gamo pistol before. Always stuck with the Humorex, but people were telling me they were really good. I've watched a few reviews of them. I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I paid £85 for this one delivered to my door. I picked it because it came with a host of kind of extras. I got 32 or 34 CO2 12 gram caplets, which I work out are about a tenner's worth. I got a tin of pellets. The pellets I got were these ones, which are magnum points for speed and penetration, it says. Pretty crap pellets, but there's £4 in that as well. So it makes a pistol round about £70 delivered. I picked it because the guy said he'd hardly ever shot it. It looked like new in the pictures, and I thought, I ain't got a blowback at the moment. I'd sold on my 6 hour P320, so I thought, let's have a blowback pistol. It shoots both pellets and BBs. I've tried round head pellets and flat head pellets in it. It prefers the flatheads, without a shadow of a doubt, and the shorter the better. You get around 60 shots from one 12 gram CO2 caplet, and the magazines, they're a rotary magazine. They're not dissimilar in look to the Humorex ones, only these are actually fitted to the stick mag. I was really pleased to see that these are available to buy, and the magazines are very cheap. They're £8.95 each, so I've ordered 2 more magazines, so I'll have 3, and that will allow me then to shoot at full CO2, sort of fairly rapid fire, before reloading. Yeah, cool. I'll give you a little walk around on the gun. I've got the specs on it. So it's 197mm long. It's got a safety on the side. Down is safe. I quite like the fact it's quite hard to make it live again, which is you have to pull that back and do it. Maybe it's my fingers that are not the best, but that's the way it should be. Easy to make safe and hard to make it live. Yeah, so 197mm long. It's got quite a long barrel, an 80mm barrel. I think that's quite a bit longer than some of the Humorex ones. I think some of the Humorex only have 40 or 50mm barrels. So that's probably accounts for if it's accurate or not, which we'll see in a little bit. It weighs 860 grams, so it's a heavyweight bit of kit. It feels like a good, solid bit of kit. The top slide is metal, and this is polymer all underneath. Polymer is the manufacturer's favourite term for plastic, I think. But it feels good quality, it feels durable, and it does feel like it's going to last a while. Typical for me, I'd never read the instructions, which I should do. So it took me a little while to work out how the CO2 went in. I could see down here that's where it goes, and I knew the stick mag went in there, but I couldn't quite work out how to do it. I was pulling at the back like on some of the Humorex ones. As it turns out, it's very simple, and it's just me that's an idiot. It just literally pulls off, and then you can put a CO2 bulb in. I've shot this a little bit now because I bought it to have some fun with. One of the things that I found that annoys me, and it's not a detriment to the pistol at all, is getting the CO2s in is dead easy. Getting them out can be a little bit tricky. When you wind this right back, this is quite a snug fit, and the CO2 does drop down there, but it doesn't naturally just fall into your hand, and you have to either do a bit of shaking, or in my case, I kind of just got a little screwdriver in and popped it out. Other than that, I've found nothing that I don't like about this pistol. It's brilliant. It's a great bit of kit. They retail at about 120 quid. The cheapest I could see them was in Solware at 100, but they look to be out of stock. If you buy them from Die Leisure or Pel Packs, they're between 115 and 120 quid, but then obviously you've got your postage on top, which makes them then 130, 140 quid. So you know, there's a bargain to be had if you can find a cheap second-hand one. So this one cost me 70 quid. So I'm going to put some CO2 in it, and then in fact, now what I'll do first is just show you the action, how it works, and then I'll put the CO2 in. We'll play it safe and sensible. So this just slots back on the bottom. Obviously I wound that out, so let's put that back in. So the nice thing about that is you can't really see a join. It genuinely took me a little while to figure that out, but then maybe I'm not the smartest cookie in the box. Yep, so it's got a nice slide action. When you slide, you can see down, hopefully you can see that, where the magazine's out. And as the slide comes back, it cocks a hammer at the back. The trigger is lovely and light, as you see. There's no CO2 in it and there's no ammo in it. And it goes very, very easily. That's the nice thing about this gun. You can single shot, you can do it that way, single shot, or you can do just the double action. Now, I had some quite good results when I was shooting it. I was really pleased with the accuracy, and I'll show you the accuracy test in a second. Normally with blowback pistols, when you do them single action, you get a reasonably good group. When you do them double action, the pellets spray all over the place. Didn't seem to be the case with this. It grouped exactly the same or very closely, and really pleasing to use. Okay, so we've seen the slide. The sights on the top, these are fixed sights, front and rear. This particular one was bang on. A tiny little bit going to the right over 5 meters, but not enough to make you have to worry about it. I shoot most of these pistols on moving targets in my workshop just for a bit of fun, and you need to be able to point and shoot and not have to worry about aiming off. This is more than capable of doing that. You've got the mag release down the side here. So the magazine is very simple. Got a pellet on the marking to show which way the pellets go in, which is handy, and obviously that dictates the direction that the magazine sits in, and it just sits in. You've got 8 shots in a rotary mag. I had no jams, no sticks in the 100 and odd pellets I've put through so far. It's gravity fed really, but there is a spring in there as well, so if you do that, you could potentially shoot it out of the magazine slot. Yep, so that's the magazine. I'm going to load it up shortly, but we'll put some CO2 in it now. So the bottom comes off. CO2 bulb. I always put a splash of Pell gun oil on. So I got 34 of these with it, which I thought made it a bit of a bargain. The gentleman was fine with posting them. I know there's some issues with that. I always say about buying safely, and in the past I always used PayPal, which I've found to be a really good way to get money to people safely and know who you're sending it to, although PayPal do have restrictions on whether you're allowed to purchase guns, pistols, etc. So it's not as straightforward as that. However, the new banking regulations have now come into force. If you get someone's name, and I always ask for their address and usually have their phone number, when you do a bank transfer to someone now, the name of the person comes up. If you've got their address, you can have a quick Google their address to make sure it's a genuine address. Usually you can do a Facebook search as well. When you Google someone's name, it comes up, and it comes up roughly where they live, so you can then tell if someone's genuine. Also, if you're doing a bank transfer now and the person's given their name, keep the emails, and you can get your money back if it goes astray, if your transaction goes astray, which is always a plus. So I did a bank transfer to this gentleman. You've got to be careful with these things. I was a little bit worried because I didn't get the tracking number that I'd kind of agreed he would send. However, I took him on his word, and 2 days later it arrived. So I'm just putting the pellets in now. It's very easy to load because this stick mag just sticks in your hand. It's probably easier than loading the Umrex ones, to be fair. You just twist it down with your finger, drop a pellet in. It's great. I should say as well, it does shoot BBs. I'm going to test it with BBs. I've not tried it yet. I've tried the BBs in for the fit, but I've read that it's fairly accurate with BBs. One thing I haven't looked at is whether it's a rifled barrel or not, and I'm not going to be silly and look down the barrel now. It's got CO2 in it, but I'll add that in on the feed later. So that's it. That's loaded up. So I bought another 2 of those at £8, £8.95 each. I think they're coming from. I got them off eBay anyway, and that will make it a complete setup. Then you can fire 3 full magazines, 1 CO2 bulb. So pellets go in. That's it. It's live and ready to go. So we'll put it on safe for now, and I'll give it a try and see what the results are. Yeah, first impressions out of the box was it looked great. It's a nice heavy thing. Having shot it, I really like it. It feels reliable, it feels robust. For 70 quid, I'm going to be able to play with that for a good few months. If I decide to run out of spots in my gun cupboard for them, I could pass it on. I'm going to get my money back all day long on that. But yeah, who knew? Gamo made really good CO2 pistols. Interestingly, it says it's made in Japan, and as we know, most things that come out of Japan are well engineered. Yeah, let's give it a go, see what happens. Okay, just taking a quick look at the targets that I've shot. I put 16 shots in each target. I did the one on the left hand side here, double action, so just pulling the trigger, bang 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 bang, without cocking the pistol. The one on the right hand side, I did individual shots, cocking the pistol. First impressions is the grouping is absolutely superb. I shot these at 5 meters in my workshop, and it's as good as any any CO2 pistol I've had before, if not better. So this is the one where I just literally pulled the trigger. Well, the black circle is 1.5 inches, so that's 1.5 inches group for 16 shots. That's pretty good. Yeah, I sprayed around a little bit around the edges, grouping mainly on the right hand side there. But that's superb. That's certainly good enough for hitting knockdown targets in the garage. I have a motorised target that I use. Perfect for that. a lot of fun, and the trigger is very, very nice on this pistol when you shoot it that way. This one I cocked the pistol individually every time by pulling the slide. I had a couple of flyers down here by the looks of it, but then the other 14 shots all in a similar size group. Probably about the same, about 1.5 inches. Yeah, nice tight group. It was much more fun to shoot this way, just pulling the trigger. Kept on 0, the recoil's minimal even though it's a blowback pistol. But yeah, got to be pleased with that. It's not an expensive pistol. It's well made, it's clearly accurate. Yeah, go Gamo. That's giving Umrex a good run for the money on just about every Umrex pistol I've tried. The one thing I haven't done is shot this with BBs. Maybe I might try that next. That's using flatted pellets. Superb. Okay, so I'm just going to do 8 shots with BBs. Just to point out, I've got safety glasses on. Ordinarily I shoot into a soft catch box where there's no ricochet. For the purpose of this, I'm going to shoot the same targets as I shot with pellets. But yeah, you shouldn't try this at home really. BBs rebounding off metal, they can sting a bit. So yeah, just to let you know, I have got my safety glasses on. Let's see how we go. That's 8 shots with BBs. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. Okay, so I shot the targets with the BBs. I put 8 shots through. Yeah, pretty good as any BB pistol. Got 3 within an inch group, a couple flyers, and 2 down here. So more than suitable for a bit of BB shooting in the garden. You couldn't shoot knockdown targets with that. They'd be flying all over the place, but no, pretty impressive stuff. And obviously BBs are a very cheap way of shooting. So I've taken the CO2 out now because I've shot it till empty. Earlier I was saying I wasn't sure if the barrel was rifled. I've had a look down the barrel using a torch, and I can see there is some rifling in there, which would probably account for the accuracy. So yeah, in summary, a really good bit of kit. If you can buy one for around about the same price, £70, get one, give it a go. You'll definitely enjoy it and have some fun, and you'll be shooting for free. Bit of a bargain bang. Thank you for watching. If you could like, subscribe, comment, do all the things that other people tell you to do on YouTube, that'd be fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again next time.